Hola, 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 ¿cómo está mi gente y atrevidos miembros de este canal? Este canal que está dedicado al mundo del trading y de las inversiones en general. Hoy tenemos la entrevista a un invitado especial. Él nació el 6 de marzo de 1957. Él es un neoyorquino que consiguió su primer trabajo como cadik a la edad de 13 años. En 1979 recibió una licenciatura en Ciencias Políticas de la Universidad de Albany. E inmediatamente comenzó a trabajar para un banco de inversiones. Escuchen bien, en 1980 comienza su carrera como market maker en el Chicago Board Option Exchange. En 1999 tuvo una visión. Esta visión era dirigida a los inversionistas individuales. Él pensó que podría atraer más inversionistas a este mundo de opciones si existiera un software que tuviera todas las características y las herramientas suficientes para poder operar efectivamente. Es esto lo que lo llevó a ser el cofundador de Thinkorswim en 1999. Nuestro invitado continuó promoviendo y actualmente sigue promoviendo el comercio de opciones como una estrategia financiera importante para el inversor individual. Ha promovido este punto de vista mediante la fundación de una red financiera en línea llamada Tastywork. Gracias a este desarrollo de productos de software, ha podido apoyar el comercio de opciones para inversionistas individuales minoristas. Hoy tenemos con nosotros en esta entrevista, en este programa, a un empresario, a un trader, a un apasionado del mundo de las opciones americanas, a quien llegó a ser vicepresidente senior del comercio de iniciativas de estrategia de TD Ameritrade. Señores, esta persona tiene una amplia experiencia en el mundo de las inversiones, conoce la volatilidad como su palma de la mano y sabe aprovechar esta volatilidad por medio de sus estrategias creadas por opciones. Él es cofundador de la plataforma Thinkorswim y creador de la plataforma que nosotros patrocinamos, Tastywork. Estamos hablando del señor Tom Sosnoff, de esta leyenda en opciones de mercados americanos, aquí en el programa de Atrévete con Drew. Así que dale like, considera suscribirte y comparte este video para que la comunidad siga creciendo. Así que sin decir otra palabra, comencemos. El secreto es la paciencia.
Y esto es lo que ustedes tienen que entender.
Y aquí lo que importa es cómo hacer billete. Mírala, el precio está bajando.
Que ustedes están invirtiendo en el futuro.
Mírala, 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 mírala. Deja que el precio te busque a ti. Sí se puede. Ahí va, ahí va. Rebote directo. Eso es alcista. De la verde supera la roja. ¡Pum! Tom, how are you? Again, how's everything? I'm happy to have you here.
I am surviving what we call in the financial world a shit show, but it was. But I love the action and everything's great. How are you?
Very good, Tom. Really, really good. I'm very, very pleased to have you here, Tom, in this interview. I'm great fan of your work. You know that. And the Atrevete community just say thank you very much and give you the welcome to us, not only as a sponsor, as a master. We want to learn from you a lot. Tom, can you tell us a little bit about you?
I'm a lifer, meaning that this is pretty much all I've ever done for 4 decades. I started off as a professional floor trader for 2 decades. For 1 decade, I built and ran Thinkorswim, and the other decade, I built and ran Tastytrade.
How would you get in the stock market?
You know, that's an interesting thing. So when I got out of college, it was the end of a recession in the 70s, and I graduated college in 1979, and interest rates were 20%. The stock market was in the crapper, and there weren't a lot of jobs, you know, and so one of the first interviews I got was on Wall Street, and they offered me the job, so I took it. I didn't think I was going to last. I studied political science and international relations as a college student. I didn't study finance, and so I just got in the business and loved it.
Also, great. I love what they're doing too. It's just a click for me. It's incredible. To do this, we need to love it. I guess that's all.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. I've been very passionate about this industry right from the start. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the action, the opportunity, the action, the const. You know, I like the people that are involved in finance.
Tom, you are the creator of Thinkorswim and now Tastywork. So please tell us how that coming with that idea.
It's a lot easier. It sounds good in hindsight, but when you're doing it, you know, at the time, you don't really know what you're creating. Like when we built Thinkorswim, we weren't exactly sure how to build technology, so we were throwing a lot of stuff against the wall. And then when we built Tasty, you know, we wanted to build financial media, and it ultimately turned into Tasty Trade and Tastyworks, which is another brokerage company. But you know, you never exactly know what exactly what you're going to do. You just have an idea, and then you run with it. And with us, you know, we're willing to try different things and make different changes. And so with Tasty, you know, we started as a financial media company. We're still financial media, but we dropped a brokerage firm in there as well.
You are inspiration from our channel, let me tell you.
Yeah,
the Latino channel. They make that.
I love it. I love it.
Tom, just for make sure, you're still in Tasty because I know that you're selling testing already sells.
Oh no, I just signed a 5-year deal, so I'm staying here.
Perfect.
And going to run Tasty, and I'm going to grow it globally, and I'm very excited about it.
Great. I want to say congratulations. You're incredible from my side. Okay. I know that you are a master options. Can you tell us why you do options?
Well, first of all, I mean, I am open to any financial product. I am not at all limited to options. I just grew up in this business as an options market maker. Mm-hmm. So that's why, you know, the only exchange I ever really traded on was the CBOE in Chicago. So I spent 20 years as an option market maker, and that's why, you know, I specialize in, that's where my know-how base is. But I am indifferent to product. So, you know, options, futures, stocks, I don't care.
Do you think option is the right way to retail people?
I think options are A, the most strategic of all financial products, and B, they are the most capital efficient because they are user defined with respect to capital efficiency. So yes, I do think that they are, the reason options are dominating the landscape is because of their efficiency as a financial product.
Do you like a stop loss?
No.
Because I hate it too.
Not a stop loss.
I see that you use a lot of strategic about credit. Can you explain
I like
us?
to sell premium. I like to create credit. Yes.
Yes. Can you tell us why?
Well, there's two schools on trading options that I think are important. The first one is you can try to be right, like directionally, like in other words, you can try to win. Or the other school is when you do things for credits, you can basically challenge the stock to beat you. And I like situations where I would rather have a higher win percentage and challenge the stock to beat me.
Of course, yes. When you sell credit, you have a lot more chance to make it happen. How you manage risk?
So the easiest way to manage risk is to stay small. So like it's easy to say, you know, it's easy to say, well, you should only do defined risk. It's easy to say, well, you should put stops in, you should do all this stuff. I don't think that's the answer. I think the real key to successful trading and engagement in the markets is staying small.
Do you believe in the diversification, open a lot of small options trade?
I believe in law of large numbers. I believe it's trade small, trade often, but I do believe strongly in the law of large numbers. As
a broker, as a people that know the market and your experience over there, we have a lot of questions in the community. Options assignments and the expiration day. We see a couple things that the people don't realize. The options have a little bit risky if you don't pay attention, but more in the expiration. People, they only can lose what the contract is, but it's some real situations that in expiration that something wrong can happen. Can you explain a little bit why that happened?
Well, the way to eliminate risk at expiration is obviously to close the trades before expiration or roll the trades before expiration. Mm-hmm. That's the simplest way to avoid all the expiration follies. But the reason you have to pay attention to expiration, even if you have defined risk on, is because theoretically, because actually a stock could land between your strikes, and one could expire in the money and one would expire out of the money. Then you'll have a position on coming in the following day. So it is highly, in fact, it should be required that individual investors close out their option positions prior to the close of expiration Friday. Now, the nice thing about platforms like Tastyworks, we don't charge any commissions to close a trade. So it's not like it costs you any more money. It's free. So just close the trade. Doesn't matter.
Close the trade, guys. Don't looking for surprise. And what about call spreads after expiration? It's okay to let it go?
If it's significantly out of the money, it's okay to let it go. Our preference is close the trade.
I got another question. The way the Tastywork management buying power, what happened if we got assignment? The naked put is assignment because I want the stocks.
So if you sell a put, which is a naked put, and you get assigned, then you have to own the stock. So initially, when you sell a put, you put up a little less than 20% of the strike price. When you get assigned, you have to put up a minimum of 50% of the price of the stock. That's the difference. You're just gonna have to put up a little more cash.
I was clear because I see other people that was talking that is only 20%. I said, wait, it's 20% just in the buying power. But then if you get the stocks, you have to pay for the stocks, and it's depend of your margin. Is correct? If you have margin or not, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
yes.
Perfect. Why Tastywork is better than the other ones?
A couple of reasons, in my opinion. First reason is because at Tastyworks, we have the newest technology on the street. So most of the platforms, most of the major brokerages, TD, because we built the Thinkorswim platform in 1999. It's 2021 now. TD, Schwab's platform, forget it. E-Trades is from the 90s. Interactive Brokers is from the 90s. Fidelity's is God knows when. These are old legacy platforms. Tastyworks is the only one that has new technology. It's basically built on high frequency middleware. It's much faster, it's more stable, and it's a lot lighter. So it also feeds off of, we didn't bloat the platform. So it feeds off of all the stuff that we talk about and that we preach and teach and build research around. So Tasty is unique in that it has a sister product, which is the network, and they interchange. That's what I like about it.
I got it here, right here. Watch. right there. If you work in options, this is the things for you guys. This is incredible. Even if you are a beginner, this is the best way to start. Serious. Talking about the market, what's going on with GameStop?
Well, you know what? It's really an interesting situation. I think it's essentially a one-off. In other words, I think it's like a one-hit wonder. I think GameStop was the perfect storm. And I don't think it's something that you're going to see happen too much. That's all. I mean, that's my easiest way to say it. I think it was a stock that had huge, was under-owned institutionally, had huge short interest. Everybody hated it. It had a few strong longs. It had some really weak-handed shorts, and essentially, it was the perfect storm for a bunch of small-time investors to jump on board, see if you can push the stock higher, and just get some momentum going. It was an easy stock to experiment with, and it worked. I think one of the best things that's happened to the world of finance is all of the new young investors that have gotten involved. And I know right now that it looks like, oh my God, this person got caught or this person couldn't sell theirs, whatever the problem is. But the reality is that we've turned an entire generation onto caring about finance, onto thinking about finance, onto loving the technology around finance. And when it really, when it all comes down to it, we may have changed the future of finance forever now because of this. So instead of waiting till you're 50 to learn about puts and calls and futures and stocks and everything you can do to build wealth and to engage yourself in finance, now you're doing it in your early 20s. It's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, and all this happened with the millennials. It's incredible. A little bit about what's going on with the economic Do you think we're going to have the target of the 2% inflations? What do you think the market with all these situations?
I would hope that we would target some, significantly higher inflation, because I think it would be good for the market to have a little bit of inflation. I think it would be, bullish. I think it would be the kind of thing that would give people confidence that there's some momentum in our economy. So I'm okay with lower bond prices, higher yields, and moderate inflation.
Do you believe in the velocity of the money right now?
I don't really focus on velocity of money too much. I focus much more on velocity of risk, which is another word for implied volatility. So I don't focus on velocity of money that much.
Implicit volatility of each stock of the VIX. What is more important for you?
If I'm looking at my overall position, it's the implied volatility of the S&P 500, which is the VIX. If I'm making an individual trade, like let's say in Apple or something, then it's the implied volatility of Apple. Okay. So it's the individual volatilities for individual stocks, but my overall position, it's definitely the VIX.
It's possible build a portfolio, a whole portfolio, only with options.
Sure.
It is possible, right?
Absolutely, 1,000%.
You just need to manage the risk.
I'm not saying everybody should do it, but it's possible.
Yeah, but it's possible. Tom, the interview is finished. I don't want to take more of your time. I know that you got a busy schedule. If you want to say something to the community, go ahead.
I'll come on anytime. You need me.
Thank you.
Holler.
No, that's great. If you want to say hello to Atrevete community, it will be great. And that's it for me, Tom. Thank you.
Peace, brother. Peace. And I will come on anytime and see you. Have a great day tomorrow.
Absolutely. Take care, Tom, and thank you very much.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.